Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 42 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. I'm here with Micah, Rachel, and Terry. A happy Halloween this week. This is a great week. What are your kids doing for Halloween?
My daughter's going trick-or-treating with her girlfriends. They're going to be like, like Alvin and the Chipmunks. They had like those little three girls groupies.
The Chipettes.
Yeah,
Chipettes.
Mhm.
They're going to be the Chipettes.
That's so cute.
Scarlett's going to be the purple one. My son, I have no idea what he's doing, but he's not trick-or-treating.
He's scaring the little kids.
Probably.
That's what I would do. Micah, what about y'all? What are y'all doing?
So actually this week, started actually on Sunday, Kova has really gotten into the Harry Potter movies. We've literally watched a Harry Potter movie a night, and he's decided he's going to be Harry Potter for Halloween and wants me to be Hermione, but I'm just going to be in my work clothes probably. But we're meeting at one of my friends' neighborhoods because we don't live in a neighborhood, and we're going to trick or treat in her neighborhood with my little Harry Potter. My little nerd heart is so happy that he's starting to like nerd out to something and he really likes it. So I'm happy.
Micah's
It's a
going
cute
as
costume.
a witch vet, takes care of the magical creatures for Newt.
Well, that's a good idea. I could take care of the magical creatures. I may also possibly be dressing up as Violet Sorrengail from the Fourth Wing books.
What's the idea about that one?
I know
have to
there
send
might be
us a
some
picture.
people who know, but me and my friend that's a vet there, because the one that we're going to her neighborhood, and then the actual our practice manager, the three of us might be dressing as the same thing.
Terry, what are y'all doing?
My neighbor holds a big Halloween party at her house, and all the kids go trick-or-treating and everything. So one of mine's going to be a minion. He wanted to be a flying squirrel, which I thought was a lot cooler.
That's a great
That's cool.
costume.
But then he changed to a minion, and he's super cute, but whatever. My oldest, I don't know what you call it. We call it a mercenary just because he wanted to wear camo and an ammo pack
Yeah.
and put the stuff on his face
Huh.
with his boots.
Mhm.
And he's 11, or he'll be 11 next month. You know, he's kind of like your son, eating out of the hole.
Yeah.
So this will probably be his last trick-or-treat year, which makes me a little sad. And
I'm
I'm
not
going to
ready
be
for those
Glinda.
days.
Huh?
I'm not ready for those days for when Travis is
No,
not wanting to trick or treat or anything.
I know.
Well, Kova wanted to be the Grim Reaper, but I told him he couldn't wear that to where we're going because he'll scare my friends' kids. So he had to pick a not
Yeah.
scary costume.
I'm not going trick-or-treating because I think I've said stay off the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you say thank you?
Say thank
How
you.
many times?
Say thank you.
Yeah.
So
We-
What are
done.
you guys doing, Jason?
Well, I'm not dressing up. I don't ever dress up. Travis is a Transformer. He's going as Optimus Prime. So he's getting
Fun.
he's getting into his nerdism. Bethany is doing Sam. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the movie Trick or Treat, but she is doing her own version of Sam. She did that for Fall Festival at the church the other day, which is pretty funny because I'm wearing a Sam shirt and Sam's a serial killer. So here we are she's dressed as a serial killer and I'm wearing him on my shirt. But I think that's what she's going to do. We only do like 5 or 6 houses with Travis right now since he's still so young, and we do Fall Festival. He gets a lot of candy there, so we don't want like a bunch of candy in the house. But yeah,
I have not bought my candy yet because we will eat it before Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah, same. Well,
Bought
we
it and I
don't
took it to
live
the
in an
neighbors.
area where, like, we live on a busy road, so we're not in a neighborhood, so we don't have trick-or-treaters, so we don't have to worry
Lucky.
about that.
Yeah.
We're-
We turn
we're
all our
in the-
stuff off.
Yeah, we have a big pumpkin out front, a big Mickey pumpkin from Lowe's, I think, from a few years ago, like 10 foot tall. And we blow that up every Halloween and try to get people down our cul-de-sac. But we're one of like 3 houses that actually hand out candy so no one comes down our road.
I was going to say, ours is on like a loop off the main neighborhood road. And that's where my friend lives, is on the main neighborhood road. So no one ever comes down our stuff. So we make sure we turn all the lights off because I leave our porch lights on all the time. And then we
Same.
just take all our candy to her house and hand it out to kids there. But I do the same thing. When I buy it, I take it to her. I drop it off, especially with like Snickers or Reese's because I'm like, I
Yes.
can't have these with me. Like
We had a rep drop off Reese's the
Oh,
other
it's just
day, and we
one.
haven't stopped eating those things. They brought us like huge bags from Sam's of Reese's to the animal hospital.
Well, the Reese's special characters, like the pumpkins, the eggs, they're the best. They're better than
No,
the rest of
I
them.
like regular
No.
better.
No.
That's too much peanut butter. to
See, I like the
chocolate
peanut butter
ratio.
better than chocolate. It's the
I
perfect
like
ratio.
I like the chocolate, but I like the special ones.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's special.
They're soft.
I like the
All right,
regular.
2 on 2, Micah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially if you put the regular ones in the freezer and then eat them.
Yes, they're always
Oh
in the
no, I
freezer.
like half melty. I like them soft and melty.
You're like completely opposite of Micah and I.
Yeah.
We're like freezer, regular. You're like
Yes.
melty, seasonal.
Go with the
Yeah.
fat ones.
No matter what, if Reese's are going in the freezer in my house because they
Mhm.
taste the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You're
Bethany won't eat them.
You're probably like, Terry, you're probably like, oh, I got a melted one that's in the bottom of my pocketbook. So let me eat it and I'm going to lick off the
Yeah.
chocolate because it's melted to the chocolate. The
I
paper,
mean, I
the
have done it
wrapper.
before. I'm not going to deny.
She's going to put it in the microwave. Get it just.
Oh, it's so
3
good.
seconds. 3 seconds in the microwave. Perfect.
We hope y'all have a good Halloween this week. By the time we do the next episode, it's going to be celebrating Christmas, so we'll all be drinking eggnog.
Ew.
Eggnog.
Eggnog. I love eggnog. I could skip Halloween and go straight.
See, look, that right there is the good Lord telling you eggnog is gross. You just got
No.
choked talking about it.
It's like frothy egg product.
It's egg.
I
Why do you
love
wanna-
it.
Ew.
See, here y'all are like, Jason doesn't try anything. He's
Why do you
basic
like
stuff.
gross
He's
He's
like,
not wrong.
eggnog.
Like,
Yeah.
all three of us are like, that's disgusting. And you're like, I love eggnog. And we're like, you're gross.
You're disgusting.
Tried eggnog so many times and I don't like it.
That's it. And everything, oh no, try it with this bourbon or try it with this whiskey. It's better this way or this. And it's like, no.
I drink it straight. I've never put anything in my eggnog. And if it's like it used to start selling about now, I actually showed up on Facebook as a memory that I bought my first eggnog a few years ago, and that company went out of business, and it was the best eggnog.
Eggnog. I'm at apple cider or like apple cider, like warm apple
Yes.
cider. I love that.
Well, that's the holiday talk. Let's get to theme park talk. How about that? We've got some cool news that came out this week, as usual. The first one was Universal Kids Resort out in Frisco, Texas, actually announced the lands they have for this property. I'm excited for it. As we alluded, I think Micah and Terry, your boys, your kids are kind of getting a little bit out of the range, I think, where they're going to go for the kids resort. Not saying y'all wouldn't
I know,
want
it
to
makes
go,
me
but
a
I
little
think it's
bit
going to be like,
sad.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go and see this. And I think
I feel like
Travis would be
Kova would
perfect
still
for
be
it.
all about like the SpongeBob area. Like Kova would probably still.
Yeah, so right quick, the rundown of the lands. They have a DreamWorks Shrek's Swamp, which I think is pretty much going to be what we have in Universal Studios as it is.
Yeah.
The Eliminations Minions versus Minions Bellow Bay Club, which is going to be a water-focused attraction. Jurassic World Adventure Camp, which is, I think, a Netflix show. DreamWorks Troll Fest, DreamWorks Puss in Boots Del Mar, Isle of Curiosity, which is Gabby's Dollhouse, and then the big one is the SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom, because we don't have that in any of the big parks, which you would think you would have something at Universal proper.
And it
Just
looks like it's going to
SquarePants.
be like a water area too, because looking at the picture, like in the pineapple, there's
Yeah.
water spraying on the kids.
I'm not a fan of SpongeBob, so that's like,
Is SpongeBob a Universal property or are they by the
no,
rights?
it's licensed. It's Paramount.
Mhm.
They license it. But I think it's
Oh.
still gonna be fun. Like I'm all about it if we need somebody to go and scout
Yeah.
this for the
I
agent.
feel like Travis is like the perfect age to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I have no interest in going to that. My kids are way beyond that.
I think I can't just say like send me, but you have Allison, Nicole, all of us that have the kids that are the same age. So like I'm putting my hand up saying you can send me. I'll be fine.
Keep that in mind.
I'll be fine to take the blunt and do this trip for y'all and report back. We do plan on trying to go see it. I'll say that. We've talked about it.
I want to hear Travis's point of view. I don't want to hear your point of view.
Yeah. Like
Right.
let the kids say like what do they
Yeah.
think about it?
He'll have to vlog it.
We'll have like, we should have a kid podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Kova would
The
like
The kids
be
of
so
MT.
excited to do that.
I don't think Travis would understand what's going on. He would just try to get up here and talk about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He's the cutest, so it's fine.
I'm biased, so there's a hotel attached to this, so it's all self-contained. There's land for expansion too. There's rumors of a water park one day, depending on how well this does. But I like that Universal's has expanded out to other things or in other areas. So it's like, here's something for the kids that's kids focused.
And it's kind of cool that it's in Texas, because like Disney World, Universal, they're usually East Coast, West Coast. So
Yeah,
kind of,
this
middle
Pretty much in the
America.
middle.
And it's a really easy, like Frisco. That's where I went to a banana ball game earlier this year to Frisco. And that's a really easy, like, drive from the Dallas Fort Worth airport, too. Like, it's really easy. Not that far. I think it was like 15, 20 minutes from the airport. So, not that far.
I just can't wait to see what they do with HHN for it.
Yeah. They're going to have the kids' version.
I'd be down for it.
Of course.
They'd have
Of course that comes
goosebumps.
up.
I've got to bring it in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to stick with Universal for a little bit. Last week, they started testing a single attraction pass. which would be their version of the individual lightning lane that Disney has. It was weird to me because it was only for King Kong and the Mummy, which aren't horrible weights, and they were both $25 a pop.
Why would you ever
That's a
pay
lot.
that to ride either of those?
I don't. Now, if you told me $25 to ride Hagrid's, probably.
I could see that. Yeah.
Right.
Or Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
But-
Velocicoaster, the main draw.
not King
Not
Kong.
Kong.
No.
I think if Disney was to do some, like, I like this idea better than Disney's Lightning Lane, where you have the Premier Pass and then the Lightning Lane where you pay for it, and then the ILL separate from the Lightning Lane.
Mm-hmm.
So you're having to pay for Tron no matter what. I like, though, that if you don't want to buy Universal Express, that you can still buy just the one ride.
Right.
You don't have to buy the one ride for Tron, but the one ride for Tron if you want to ride it, and not buy Lightning Lane. If I said that right.
Yeah, you would just buy that one instead of
But with Universal Express, whether if you get the regular version or the unlimited, you get every attraction they have that offers it. So you wouldn't need to buy Mummy or
right.
Kong on top of it. So I think this would be a good middleman. I think Disney needs to look at it as like Premier Pass with everything, or here's the few selections that we have for $25.
Mm-hmm.
Disney's definitely convoluted theirs in the past 4 to 5 years because they've made a lot of changes too.
Yeah.
Every time they set something up, it's like, oh, now we're changing it. It's
Yeah.
overcomplicated system, I think.
It was a genie, and now it's
Yeah.
Lightning Lane.
Well,
Lightning Lane
it was
multi-pass
Plus-
versus individual
Fast Pass
Lightning
Plus
Lane.
first. That was still free, but it was Max Pass in Disneyland that was a paid option with the free option, and then you have Genie and Lightning Lane.
And we still call them fast passes.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
And
is,
the other-
it rolls off the tongue better. It's just a better, like, lightning lane. I don't know. Just fast pass. It's right there.
The other thing they let you do at Universal, from what I understood, was that you could pay it as much as you want. So if you want to ride nothing but the Mummy all day, you just pay $25 every time you want to ride it, and there you go. Versus or Disney, where you can only pay it for
It's
the
once.
one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I like I said, I like the idea behind it. I don't necessarily like the attractions they chose to try it out, but if it's just trying to make sure that everything works within the app, it kind of makes sense.
That's what I was wondering if they were doing that because they wouldn't be busy with those 2 rides just to make
Right.
sure it
Like a
went
test almost.
flawlessly.
Still, like,
Right.
who would want to pay $25 to ride
Yeah, you
either
gotta
of
find
those
those
You
rides?
know,
people.
someone
Interview them.
probably did.
I know. To me, it would be more like, oh, you're gonna pay like $10.
I was
Right
gonna say
there.
$10 maybe if it's your favorite ride. If one of those
Right.
is your favorite, even if those are a favorite, 25 is still pretty steep.
That's still a lot for me. Like, I like Hagrid's, and it'd still be a lot for me to want to do Hagrid.
Like, that's $100 for my family of 4.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
They didn't say anything about it being crowd controlled. If it's
Oh, if they're going to sell out.
sell out, or if it's
dynamic pricing.
there we go, dynamic pricing. Brain is dumb today. So if it's a busy weekend, is it going to be like $30 for the Mummy, or if it's less busy, is it going to be $10?
I meant to ask, is it time sensitive? Like, is it like you have an hour to ride it, or is it like you have it for the day?
I think it's just whenever you want to go. So you walk
Like
up and
their
you scan
Express
it,
Pass.
and
Got
yeah,
it.
which is another thing that I like is you just walk up and it's like, oh, I want to ride it. Here it is, $25. I'm on the
Okay.
ride now.
That's like, I love that about Express Pass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love it. No planning. I never look at the app unless I really want to know what a time limit it, like a time wait is.
Yeah.
Wait time. I just love that in comparison to Disney.
Disney does need to get away from so many things being on the app. It's too crazy.
Dang it. It needs to be just Premier Pass and Premier Pass Unlimited. That's it. And then you can do this type of thing for a few of your more popular attractions.
And I hope it's like you can sell it in a package.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Oh, with the lightning lanes. Yeah.
Yeah, like if they did, like if
they
they
wanted
did,
that.
you
they
know,
could-
like
they
Express
did
Pass.
Lion.
Like, right.
And also that it would cross over to other parks. Like, you're not having to buy Premier Pass for each park
Yeah.
because at Universal, you can pick to have
Right.
the Express for both the parks and not have to do it. Like, can you do it individually? Like, for one park? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
Disney needs to make an option like that. So if you have Park Hopper, then
Right.
you can go ride whatever you want, whenever
Yeah.
you want.
I think they have to bring the price down a little bit.
A little bit,
A lot of it.
at least match Universal. I mean, I thought that Epic was expensive when I went. And like I have someone going out for Thanksgiving and he's spending like close to $300 just for Epic
Person?
Express. Yep.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, didn't we
So-
spend like 200 or something on HHN Express?
I think yeah, we did. That
I
was
mean,
worth it though.
It was
I
worth
know.
a lot.
Think total wasn't it like between our tickets and Express?
like
It was like
384.
380. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say like
Yeah.
380.
Yeah, but the ticket was like $80. So
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I think it was
yeah,
worth it
I can imagine
because we
that
did
'cause I'm not a big
everything.
ticket. Yeah,
But it took the whole 8 hours.
It did.
It was a yeah.
it was a great night.
I enjoy that night.
While we're still in Universal, they've announced Mardi Gras dates for next year, which is February 7th through April 4th. Nothing more to say there. It's a great time to go if you've never been. I always enjoy it. The parade's fun.
Me
It's a
too.
very family friendly environment, and it's turned more into food and wine festival. It's a lot of try your food around.
And you had a
Nice.
good tip on where to stand to get all the beads when they do the parade.
Yes, I will not be sharing that because I want to be there for myself.
You're gatekeeping your spot.
Okay.
But
I
it's a
gatekeep-
good way to
It is.
experience Mardi Gras without going to New Orleans, especially with your family, because New Orleans is a little dirty sometimes, especially for children.
In
So
both ways of it's dirty in
yeah,
trash.
I'm not
and
afraid to
dirty-
touch stuff dirty, but yes, the
Yeah.
other way dirty is also too. So if you want to have a more family friendly Mardi Gras,
And you can do
Mhm.
dining packages where you can throw the be on the floats to throw beads and everything.
Well,
You
that'd
get
be
those
fun.
upwards. I very much enjoy it. Travis came out with like 2 huge bundles of beads both
I
nights. we
remember
went.
the picture
Yeah,
that
they're
you
cute.
sent, like of him with all those beads.
My mom and a few agents were on the float once, throwing beads to people.
That's fun.
I want to do it. That's what we need to do next year. We need to do H8 or Mardi Gras.
An AAP
Yep.
Mardi Gras.
Well, we kind of did it last year because we came in.
Was
We were
it-
there on
yeah.
the tail end of it.
Yeah, April 4th or April 8th. was the
So it was
first
like
day ever.
I think it was the last day because I got a shirt for $10 for Mardi Gras because I had my AP discount plus the discount for selling the shirts.
Himself in
So Universal has also released their single day tickets and express pass for next year, which is great for people. The biggest pullout for all this is that Epic is included in their multi-park tickets now.
Yes,
so buy
finally.
Park Hopper for
Mhm.
them.
But
You
it's
can go-
only on a 3-day or longer ticket where it's included. If it's a 2-day, it's a little different still. It still says Epic.
but it's that's gonna be fun being able
Yeah,
to
and
do.
then I love that the express passes are out for 2026
Mm-hmm.
with and without Volcano Bay on
Mhm.
those tickets now. So the ticket could be a 3-day ticket with or without Volcano Bay. So I do like how they streamline the tickets.
Do you think they're
next year.
transitioning Volcano Bay to be from a theme park to the water park? Even though they're still probably gonna call it the theme water park.
Probably because now instead of remember it was like a 2-day 3-park ticket.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now it's just a 3-day ticket with Volcano. So I think
Mhm.
they're finally separating the dry and the wet park.
Mhm.
I've heard it on other podcasts, but where they've talked about Universal's really thinking of we need to catch up to Disney. So on this land that Epic's on, there's enough land for another theme park and potentially another water park. So they would have the exact same footprint as Disney does. So it would be you have 4 theme parks and 2 water parks. I just think they need to make Volcano Bay like just go all out because I think they're the best
Water
water
park.
park in Orlando right now.
I just wish they didn't get rid of Tapu Tapu. Like
Yeah, I
that
wonder
was
what they're gonna
the
do.
selling point.
That's true.
I bet it's gonna be
I ha-
a paid feature. It's gotta be like when they're changing. It's gonna be
But
something
I
you're
ha-
gonna have to pay for.
I love Volcano Bay over Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, hands down.
And it's beautiful. It's just better theme to me.
Better thought process. The fact that they have sprayers on
Yeah.
the concrete,
Absolutely.
that blew my mind. I'm like, this is amazing.
I can't wait to see what comes out of the refurbishment that they go for 6 months, 8 months, something like that, October to March
Well, yeah. That's next year.
So, plan accordingly for next year that if Volcano Bay is something you have to do starting in October, it's going to be closed. So,
2026.
mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, not it's open now without Tapu Tapu, but a lot of what the closure is bringing stuff back up to date and probably replace building stuff for when Tapu Tapu, like what the data they get from Tapu Tapu being gone. Do they need to expand the queue lines?
Yeah, because like the queue line for Krakatau is really not that long because of Tapu Tapu. Like it's not that long of a line to get to it.
Yeah, it was like 2 sets of stairs that were like
Yeah.
6 sets each, and then you're at the load.
Yeah. Like when we did it, it was definitely like not that long. Once it was our turn to do it, we were like right there.
Break the scale every time because
Well, yeah, you have to stand on the scale.
Terry's never been.
I'm not a water park person, so I'm just during this part. So
You
as
need
What's a
to
someone
fun
who's
experience.
water
not,
park?
as someone who's not a water park person, I'm excited they're offering tickets.
But as a water
to
park, not as a non-water park person, you do need to go and experience.
Yeah.
It's
I'll do
really
it
pretty.
Once my kids are better, well, my youngest is a better swimmer where I don't have to like Hawkeye him the whole time.
I think you're at that age, like your kids are at that age where you
Yeah.
have to like run around for them.
Yes.
And I think when your kids are older and you can like relax and they can go on their own, I think you enjoy a water park a lot
Yes.
better.
They love water
Mhm.
parks. I'm the fun sucker.
Well, it's
They
because
go
of
with their
them.
friends.
It's obviously because you have to chaperone your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
it's
I hated
gross.
that.
It's so much water and so many people. And you see
Yeah.
the kids come up and like spit out the
Oh
water
my god,
and
and
it's
the
like
snot coming out
snotting
of
out
their
of their
nose.
nose. And I'm like, I can't go in there.
So here's what you need to do, Terry. Is you need to get a cabana at Volcano Bay
Yeah.
and just relax. That way you can sit back, relax, enjoy your day since you're not a water park person. If you wanted to, you could go to the lazy river, go around that, or the not so lazy river, which
The
is my
Fearless River. I love that thing.
favorite. So yeah, you can get in contact with any of us and we can help you get to Universal next year and plan your 2026 vacation.
Yeah.
Moving over to Walt Disney World Festival of the Arts, that's just another date announcement, January 16th through February 23rd. Short festival, still one of my favorite, like the best
So
Yes.
pretty
festival.
and
Get your popcorn bucket.
Gonna be Figment themed.
always.
Then the
Paint the
Broadway
wall.
concert. But yeah, eat your
Paint the wall
cookies.
and get your
It's like
Figment.
paint.
The sidewalk chalk art is just
I love that.
fantastic. Yeah.
I don't think we have a plan to go, but we want to go. So having an artist in the family,
Ooh, will it be Flower and Garden when I'm there at the end of May?
maybe. They haven't
Fun.
released those dates yet, or we'd be talking about it.
I know. I hope so.
Going the week after this February 23rd week.
You may get the very beginning of Flower and Garden then, because usually it's about a week to flip the two.
Mm-hmm.
They need to change their topiaries. I'm sick of seeing the same.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is like, you're Disney. You should be changing these things out like on a every other year type thing. You can bring them back every other year.
Yeah.
Just do a rotation of this
Yeah, I'm
odd
tired of it.
years, even years, or anniversary years have something big.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year is America's 250th anniversary, and they should do a lot of stuff with that at Flower and Garden Festival because they're starting to celebrate the 250th starting in November 11th, which is Veterans Day, and it's going to run
Mhm.
all the way through July 4th of next year. And they've got a lot of stuff planned for it, but we only know two big things. First one is that Soarin' is going to be changed again, thank goodness, to Soaring Over America.
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 And then they're going to have their usual 4th of July fireworks, but there's kind of hinting that it's going to be a bigger than usual fireworks show for 4th of July, which usually do the 3rd and the 4th for Magic Kingdom. So I'm excited for it.
I think it'll be fun to have something
Yeah.
different for Soarin'. Like where it's not just like, I mean, we've had the same
California.
Soarin' for a while or
Yeah.
California, but now it's going to be like all the different things from the US and you can see the different, landscapes and stuff that the US
It'll be
has to
interesting
offer.
what they highlight.
Yeah.
Like with the smells and things like that.
So we did, I know I talked about it on the Alaska episode, but when we did our Alaska cruise, they had Fly Over, I think was what it was called. And it was Fly Over Canada. And you did all the big things in Canada. And it was really cool and smells great. It was very cheap branded because it wasn't the big mechanism. You just sat down in a bench and it pushed you out into the IMAX dome.
Mm.
But if it's anything like that, I'm all for it.
I know.
I
I
love
hope
Soarin'.
Mhm.
And
hope
when
they-
are they doing it? What are the dates for it? Did we get dates?
no dates yet.
Just
Summer
summer of
2026.
26. Yeah.
So I think because California always does the California Food and Wine, and they bring Soarin' Over California. I think once that's done, they'll probably load everything for both coasts at the same time.
I think
I
it'll be
just-
exciting.
Yeah, I want them to not use CGI like they did in this last one. I know they used a little bit in the first one, but like overdid it in this one. I don't want the Taj Mahal be completely CGI type stuff. I want real helicopter flying through, getting Grand Canyon shots, getting Las
Do they
Vegas
even
shots.
use helicopters anymore? Or is it
Probably
like
drones.
Drones.
Yeah.
Well, they used a helicopter for the Wall of China, and I think in Africa because they put pictures out of it. Military benefits for Disney will be announced on Veterans Day as well. So if you're looking for a military package for next year, Veterans Day is when we'll get all that information, and we'll be able to help y'all plan your military family. And usually those are some really good deals.
Oh, and another thing, I guess, Epcot
Doesn't
wise,
know.
is Ratatouille is going to 2D versus 3D. So the people like Rachel who
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
sick
See,
with 3D
It's
rides.
big news.
But you don't
Big
get sick on
news.
that one?
I have no. I shut my eyes or take off the glasses for the kitchen scene.
That's
So
what my
I've
husband
never
does.
actually like experienced the kitchen scene. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like 2D. But I've heard like people are disappointed because of like you don't feel like you're shrunken down. Then I've read.
I mean, maybe it's because there's so many people who are having issues with the 3D
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
That's why they're going 2D on it, to just make it more inclusive that way.
I
Yeah.
also
I
think
mean,
it's
I'm
cost
for it.
cutting.
Cost cutting? Oh, because of the glasses.
Yeah, how they have to sanitize those glasses, and then the
Yeah.
cast members they have to do the sanitation and all that stuff.
Makes sense.
And Universal's kind of going away from it as well.
Right.
It makes sense that this 3D never caught on in the theaters. I think Avatar still comes out. All those Avatar movies come out in 3D, but
I was gonna say, I can't remember the last movie that came out
But the
in
last thing
3D.
I think I saw was the Willy Wonka one with Johnny Depp. Was that
Wonka.
3D?
I think so.
I feel like I saw that in 3D.
And see, our TV has Cinema 3D, so you can bring home the theater glasses and watch 3D, and it converts anything to 3D. And I'm like, that's such a gimmick.
Yeah.
I don't watch anything in 3D at home. So I think it's slowly getting to the point of where Star Tours might be non 3D.
Speaking of,
But we're going to take a commercial break. And then when we come back, we're all going to dive into how we're going to fix Hollywood studios and hopefully be better than what Disney has. But we'll be back after this.
Are you dreaming of your next adventure but overwhelmed by planning? Magical Travel has you covered. With over 22 years in the business, we specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, cruise vacations, and all-inclusive resort getaways. Our services are 100% complimentary when you book a vacation package with one of our knowledgeable agents. Request a free quote to start the planning process at magicaltravel.com. Mention our podcast to be connected with one of our agents you are listening to if you like what you hear.
We can all agree that Hollywood Studios probably has a lot to offer, but lacks a lot too when it comes to rides. And we know there's a lot being done with Hollywood Studios. When you have the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that opened with the 2 attractions, Toy Story opened with its 3 attractions, one being just a moving over the entrance. And now you have Monsters coming in and the animation courtyard being redone. But it still just leaves stuff to be wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
To do more.
yeah,
So I figured this would be a good time, good conversation of what would you do to change Hollywood Studios to make it a longer park day for you, where you feel like you're getting your money's worth of everything. So the stipulations would be we don't want to touch lands that have been there for less than 10 years. So, you don't want to
sorry.
destroy Star Wars land.
Rachel's like, I got my own rules.
Well, you can.
Got my
I would say because that's there. We haven't seen what it's capable of, but we can add to those lands, right? So if
Mhm.
you
So
want
you
to
can,
add something to
make-
Star Wars, add something to Toy Story.
I'm gonna
let's
make
do
it
that.
better.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You can
you
up
can-
them.
Yeah.
Let's just not destroy them.
Not
Mhm.
destroying them. Not at all.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go
Why don't we
first.
just do a round robin of everybody's top thing?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Your numero uno.
Harry, then what is your top thing? What's your
Definitely super prepared for this one. My number one thing, and it's not even a big one. This is probably the most minute one of everything we're going to say, is love Indiana Jones. Or as my youngest used to call it, so cute, Indian and the Jones. We still call it that, by the way. We just need a different storyline.
Yes.
A
That's on my
different-
list.
I mean, the stunts are cool, especially it's not my favorite alligator because I can sit, but they do like to see that stuff because they don't know how they do they know there's movie
Right.
magic, but they don't really understand how that works. So the kids especially, they get really into it, the boulder, the fire, all that stuff. But it just needs a new storyline.
Mhm.
Even if it's not, it could stay Indiana Jones and integrate whatever the storyline is from Animal Kingdom that they're doing with that ride, or they could update it, or just something new with Indiana Jones.
Yes. That's on my list as well. Updating Indiana Jones, and because there's so many movies that have come out from Indiana
Yes.
Jones since then that they really could update it and make it new.
let's rephrase though, because those movies that've come out are horrible compared to
The
the
Crystal
original
Skull
3.
is the best one. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Indiana
kidding.
Jones was also a mine as well.
Just kidding. But yeah, everyone loves it, and Indiana Jones is a staple. I feel like in Hollywood studios, it's a staple in American culture. It's still pop culture relevant. It just needs
feel
a
like I've
refresh.
Seen it twice, and I like
Yeah.
2 times, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Like there's just
There's no draw to come back
Right.
to it.
It's kind of like in Universal where it's like the born one. I've seen it
Stuntacular.
twice.
Spectacular.
I don't think I'm going to see it again. I'm done.
All right, Micah, what's on your list? What's first one?
So one of the top thing on my list was, especially since we have Toy Story, we have Monsters Inc. coming in, just really having just Pixar there, like an entire Pixar area, kind of like Disneyland has, like with Pixar Pier, and it all just kind of being one area where they could pull in all of those movies, do the different things there, like, and almost like have its own little land, but then they're almost have like their little areas in the land, kind of like Universal's done with like the DreamWorks area, where you have the Shrek area, you have the Trolls area, where they could really represent a lot of movies that aren't represented in the parks. And I think that would be good because you already have two big Pixar things in there with now Monsters Inc. coming in and then Toy Story already be in there.
Just rename the park to Pixar Studios.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of make the whole park that way.
Redheaded Stepchild Studios.
Well, to piggyback off Micah, when I asked my kids, my youngest one was like, they need something with Inside Out. And he kept naming movies, but all the movies he named were Pixar movies. And I was like, that is kind of a good idea because Disney World people associate with Magic Kingdom with the traditional Disney movies.
Right.
But Hollywood Studios, Pixar is more of a Hollywood studio, production. So you could kind of do a little Pixar land.
Because my one, I don't know if this is popular or not, but my all-time favorite Pixar movie is The Good Dinosaur. I love that movie. So
I liked it because of the story
Just
arc.
think if they had a hot air balloon ride, like Up, where you could get in there.
I mean,
and you could like float up and float around, like
to
kid
me, Up
friendly.
makes more sense like in a Pixar area. Like it works at Animal Kingdom, but it's still like it just they wanted to find somewhere to put it. Like Wilderness Explorers is great there where the kids can do that, but I just feel like Pixar itself just needs to be represented more.
All right, Rachel.
I'm gonna do something different, like rethinking Echo Lake. So
Ooh, I like that.
I'm thinking more of like a Coco Plaza de la Cruz. Like change
More
that
Pixar.
whole more
Yeah.
Pixar on the Pixar trend. But like, like I know we have the restaurants over there, but like I don't know, I just feel like it could use some changing, being a little bit more festive.
So you want
Yeah.
the same thing that Disneyland's getting, or would you want it to be different from Disneyland?
No, it can be different, but I just think you could also do like The Incredible City, which is another Pixar. Like something I just feel like they could theme that area and make it more of like
Yeah.
a land and like a half a land. No
Instead of
rides.
walking around the
You
lake.
know?
You could
Yeah.
like have
could
like
be more
misters you
themed.
could walk through if it was like she said Coco-esque. You could have it like
But then a good Mexican restaurant there if they
and
do
a good
Coco.
like a good Mexican restaurant, like a
Good
taco truck.
churros. Oh, tacos.
Yeah.
Margaritas, some good margaritas walking
A
around.
nice margarita, a frozen margarita on like a 90-degree Disney day.
Some
It's in the
chips
middle
and
of
queso.
everything. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Thanks.
They would have to keep the dinosaur. They'd have to integrate the dinosaur
Right.
into
Yeah.
Coco somehow.
They could put a
Even if it's like
sombrero
a
on it.
skeleton dinosaur. I don't know.
If you're talking Pixar, I mean, you just got mentioned. Gertie the dinosaur, just move her into being one of the good dinosaurs.
Do you guys know the names of the main dinosaur in the Good
Arlo.
Dinosaur? Arlo. I love him
No,
so
that would make me
much.
cry though.
See that?
It'll make
My
you
kids loved
cry.
it. Yeah,
Up
it made
until
you
the last-
cry. Don't watch it.
Up until the last Pixar movie, that was the worst performing Pixar movie in the box office.
And I'd never
The
heard
Good
of it until we found it on
Dinosaur,
Disney
I love
Plus.
it so much.
Travis
my
had a
kids
little
love that
Arlo
one.
for the longest time. He still does. He just doesn't.
Kova
want to
has
listen.
one. It's like tall and it has like a bendy rod in its neck.
I feel like it wasn't advertised and marketed very well.
It wasn't, but it was good. I think it gets too much hate. Oh, mine.
We didn't ask you.
I don't care.
Skip you. We have the Unos.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
It is
Y'all
no
probably don't-
reverse.
Once I say this, y'all are going to be like, "We knew this was going to happen." We
Muppets.
Oh my God.
Muppets.
What are
We
you
bring
doing,
Muppets
Muppets?
back.
Muppets back. What are we
Okay.
doing?
So I'm going to go over to Sunset Boulevard, and where right before Tower of Terror, that little marketplace. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make
on the
that
left?
I'm going to make that Muppet Studios, and we're going to retheme Tower of Terror to be the Muppets Tower of Terror, because the big rumor is that they the licensing, they don't want to spend so much money on Twilight Zone anymore, so they can theme it to the Muppets. 'Cause have you watched the Haunted Mansion Muppets?
I was gonna say the Muppets have they have a haunted thing. Yeah,
It's great.
it's funny.
Me and Travis were watching this before we came on to record, and it's a good little thing. So I think doing the Muppets in the elevator would be fun. You have Rock and Roller Coaster already being rethemed. Take the dark, the theater back there that Villains is in. Obviously, make it Muppets 3D again, and
Different
then
storyline, but
you
yeah.
keep the same thing, and then you put in the Swedish Chef restaurant that they originally rumored to do because there's a lot of space back there. So put that in, and you have the Muppet Studios back there.
You're so excited about
I
your
know.
idea.
Yeah, you're like, this
you're
is
lighting
definitely gonna
up.
happen.
I
You're like,
want it. Disney needs to listen to this. Lauren, send this to the people above you and say, this is a great idea.
Just for
And
This is the
Jason.
happiest
Yeah.
I've ever
Yes.
seen Jason.
Yes.
if this doesn't happen,
And
I'm
y'all
afraid
see
you
that
might
it
get
can.
depressed. Well, it works out because you could like see in like the because they're really nice shops, on the ride as you're walking down, like Miss Piggy, because she's real glamorous and like you kind of theme those as like her modeling stuff. Like she could be like the mannequins and things in the store,
Oh my
and like
God.
the jewelry and stuff like that.
And you think about you get into the ride itself, and like Gonzo is doing the voiceovers for everything, or if Fozzie's doing some random jokes. It would be great. I think it would be fun to be on because I think what makes Guardians so much better in Disneyland than Tower of Terror in Disney World is the fun aspect of the characters being in the ride as you're
Yeah.
doing drops. So you stop, and
But
you
also,
listen to
like,
the
it
music
just
more.
starts right off. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
Tower of Terror because of, like, the little, like, slow through and then you get to it. On Guardian, or the, what's it called there?
Mission Breakout.
Mission Breakout. Like, you get in there, you're buckled in, they tell you bye, rocket comes on, and you shoot up. Like, you're gone. Like, it's so fast-paced and it's fun.
And you'd have to keep that little ride because that's the way you get from one point to the actual drops.
I know. I just don't like the giant eyeball. I really don't like eyeballs, and I really don't like the eyeball in Tower of Terror.
think-
Eyeball.
It's over off, like, to your right when you're, like,
Yeah.
going through. It's really great. I just really
Or
hate
the fourth
eyeballs.
dimension.
I haven't been on that ride in a while because I'm not a fan. Like I get sick.
What?
Like
When they
one
turn-
drop, I'm okay. You could do like the drop, shaky, 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 drop, shaky, shaky, drop. No,
Yeah.
and then me and Terry are out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't do it. Do
I
Rock
think-
and Roller
I think it
Coaster
would
again
work.
before that.
I think it would work perfectly. So that's my.
That's
That
I
was
mean,
my
it's not
number
a terrible
It's not
idea.
a terrible
No.
idea to keep
that
the
whole
Muppet
little-
IP alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
How did
you
we know you
bring
were
a
gonna-
whole new story into Tower of Terror, and you're not have to pay CBS for the Twilight Zone stuff anymore.
Mhm.
And if you're going to
How did
upgrade
we-
it, it's going to be hard.
Honestly, I don't know anyone younger than us that really knows what Twilight Zone is.
Right.
They had a
Like if you
show
reference
come out
I'm in the
a few years
Twilight
ago.
Zone now to someone that's 21, and that's kind of old when
Right.
amusement parks are marketed towards children.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean the Twilight Zone? Like, what are you talking about? So it might be outdated.
It is. All right, Terry, what's your next one?
And this one comes courtesy of my 10-year-old, and he said that Star Wars Land is great, but it's lacking, amongst other things, a roller coaster. He wants a roller coaster, like not a ride. So he said something like the Stardust Racers in Epic, but with pod racers from Star Wars, like how they kind of intermingle and go. He said a roller coaster where you can like race. I don't watch Star Wars, so if I say something wrong, I apologize. But Luke Skywalker is in a pod at some point.
Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin's in a pod, whatever. Yesterday, he's like, in episode 1. I was like, no, I don't.
Luke Skywalker isn't even thought of because Anakin is like 10.
Anakin's still good at that point, correct? Well, yeah, he said something. He's like, get the pod racers so that they race like the Stardust Racers and Epic do. So you have like dueling roller coasters. And that way, Star Wars Land then has a thrill ride. Because besides Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, which he's not a fan of the drops, kind of the same way, he's like, Hollywood Studios is fun, but it doesn't have a lot of thrill rides. It has a lot of rides, but not a lot of like, hold on to your seat, you're scared, but it's a good scared kind of ride. So he wants something like that.
I could see it. One of my favorite games right after Phantom Menace came out, which is episode 1, was the pod racing game on N64. So let's see, getting in a pod racer and riding, that would be fun.
Yeah. And like not doing it by a screen, but actually feeling like
Yeah.
the wind in your hair and, moving.
They're only going like 400 miles an hour in those things.
It's definitely doable.
Micah, what's your next one?
Okay, so kind of like Rachel was saying something about Echo Lake wanting to do that. Since Hollywood Studios is the only park that has a Mickey and Minnie themed ride, we bring Toontown back, but put it there and you re-theme that whole area to be like Mickey and Minnie, like where they are in their houses, and it to be like that whole, I don't know, they could do it all. Because one of the things I remember as a kid is going to Minnie Mouse's house. Like and seeing that stuff and seeing the house. But since that's the place that has their ride, it would make sense that you could just kind of extend that or like build the land almost around it to be like, yep, this is, Toontown or where Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Donald and
That's
Daisy
where
and
they
everybody
live.
live.
And
Yeah.
that land's so good in Disneyland. Toontown is amazing. It's beautiful. It's fun. Why do we not have it?
Well, because where was it before? Was it in Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, it was in where Storybook Circus is now.
Okay, yeah, because I specifically remember going and doing that, and that being one of the things that, like, I
Yeah.
remember from my Disney trip.
So do I.
And I mean, even if they did it almost like not because I really hate the animation style of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I hate that. But if they did it, like, especially for little kids, because Hollywood Studios does kind of lack like little kid things, if they kind of did it more of like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type, like that, because I feel like the kids would really enjoy that. And then you could move all the character meet and greets to that area too for those characters in the park.
And it's right there by like Frozen Sing Along, which is like the only like little kid thing I feel like
Yeah, they used to have the
in there to
Disney
do.
Junior dance party thing, but that's not there now.
And that's coming back. But
Yeah.
all right, Rachel.
Want to get rid of or reimagine or make bigger alien swirling saucers. I just think it's cute, but it's short and it's like it does, it's a small capacity ride, and I just feel like it's like I've never been on it because I will not go on it because it spins. I just think that they should have done something different. I don't know. I just want to reimagine that part of Toy
Travis
Story Land.
loves that ride.
COVID
They
does
should
too.
almost like put them on arms so they spin, but they go up and down since they're alien saucers.
Or
like it's got
make
like a movement to it.
Or do something like you're in the claw.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah. They really
Like do
missed,
like you're in the vending machine, like what it
Uh-huh.
like the the claw.
Like maybe the claw lifts up each little
Right,
pod at one point.
something.
I think
I just
Disney
feel-
went on this like flat ride bonanza with that one because they'd have tomatoes out there in
It's
California.
exactly the same thing.
Right. And then they Baymax and I think Tokyo is the same ride system too.
I don't care that
I'm
they're
just
trying
saying,
to
like,
save
I
money by doing the same blueprint.
Right. I think
We're
what I don't think
reimagining the parks how we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And then
think-
put shade.
Yeah.
Shade.
Yes.
So much shade.
Toy Story, shade that land
Yeah,
up.
these are it's children. Children should not be playing in the sun with their toys like this. They need to be shaded.
Like
If this
plant
is
some
built like Andy's
trees.
imagination, where you're supposed to feel small because everything is big like a child, children need shade.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. How do you shade when you're supposed to be shrunken down like a toy?
Same way you build a whole planet using real plants. You sit there and say, well, this plant looks like it's out of this world. So you get a tree that looks like a weed. And
Or a
there.
sunshade.
Right,
Like
you
the
could do
sail
like
shades.
if Andy was setting up, I don't know, like popsicle sticks with napkins on the sides. Like it looks
Yeah.
like a napkin's being spread out, and that's your shade for
Or like
that
yeah,
area.
like that over the eating areas, and then like
Yeah.
Jason said, as you walk, there's like big weeds or
Yeah.
bushes. Because like a
did it for
hydrangea
Bugs
bush looks
Land.
huge when you're a kid.
Did y'all go to Bugs Land in California? Like I know Terry did not.
What was the one? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Land.
Oh my god, that
Remember
was
that?
so
Yeah, it was in
great.
Playland.
I
It's the same
loved
idea.
that.
They had Bugs Land. They had all the shade were leaves. So all the grass came up and came over you. So it was like you walked in.
It
so you
doesn't
could
have
do
to
that.
be real vegetation.
Or it could be like Legos.
Yeah, they could
Mhm.
literally do it with plastic
Something.
and nylon and things like that to where
This needs to
looks
go
like a
straight
plant.
to Lauren so she can send it to the people.
like a big dandelion, like the ones you blow and like they go
Sunflower.
in the breeze. Have those.
Now I miss like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
We lost that and Streets of America for Galaxy's Edge.
I feel like I need to make Kova watch that now.
It's such a good. I know. I don't think my
It's
kids
good.
have ever watched that.
I remember seeing Honey, I Blew Up the Kid in
I remember that one.
theaters. So my next one, I'm going to jump on the Echo Lake bandwagon because that's everybody
Echo
hates
Lake.
that. And honestly, I think that's the only thing you can like really like say we're going to demolish if we're sticking to what we're saying. But like Star Tours, let's move those planets or missions over to Smuggler's Run because they're pretty much the same ride, just more interactive. So you demolish everything from Star Tours all the way to 50s prime time, and then you get Micah loved your idea, and I was thinking the same thing. So Toontown over there. So I was going to use that. But the other thing would be, the rumor is that Universal, and I don't 100% agree with this whatsoever, but I think it would be a good fit here and here only. Universal's license with Simpsons goes out in the next 2 to 3 years.
I hate this
do
already.
not taint
Alright.
my Disney with Simpsons.
No,
Keep your
no.
yellow
I
characters
think
across
this
the
would be
highway.
the only place that Simpsons could go would be
Nope. And listen, I'm a Simpsons fan through and through. My husband, Simpsons fan. Like, we're talking like seasons 1 through 12 here, like old school Simpsons. I'm gonna go hard no on that one.
I would think though that if Disney is not going to extend their license with Universal to have Simpsons in the theme parks, Disney's going to do something with them, and that this would be the place they'd have to put
They
them.
can have a restaurant in Disney Springs and a
Yeah.
donut shop.
I
That's
really
enough.
don't want them in Disney either.
No, I don't think it goes anywhere near it.
No, I think it's going to
we could
ruin
get a
the.
better ride, but it wouldn't
Especially
be.
since they're so cognitively attached to Universal. That's almost going
Yeah.
to look copycatish.
Right.
Like,
I
This is
stole the
really out
copy,
of
or I
place.
stole the licensing. Like,
Yeah.
You got
I
more
paid
money
more
than you.
for
I
it.
bought it. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Disney could do a better job than what Universal did with it,
Oh, 100%.
because I think both in Hollywood and in California they feel cheap. But then like the Duff Beer and Moe's Flaming I can't remember the flaming
That
drink.
was not worth it for us to pay for dry ice and a Fanta.
I know, but I made y'all do it. I think that Disney would do a better job. It would cater more to the adult side of stuff because I don't think many of the kids in this era don't care for Simpsons.
Yeah,
My
but we're
only-
on the adult side, and none of us really care for Simpsons.
I don't care
You're-
for it.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
3-1 here, Jason. You're not winning this one.
Hey,
we supported your
I'm not
Muppet
getting
Dreams,
myself.
okay?
It's not
Right.
Disney.
I can
I
support the
don't-
Muppets. I can't support the Simpsons in Disney. You're done.
I don't want it there, but I think it's going to happen sooner or later. And I think
He's
that
just
would
playing
be the most.
devil's
Yeah.
advocate here about
I don't think it's gonna
different
happen.
things.
Okay,
The only
if
the
it
only
does
way,
happen, I'll take you out to dinner.
What's going to happen first? The Satan Mountain in Villain's Land with Jason or Simpsons in Hollywood Studios?
here's the only other thing that I think that I want to put there, like that I know could fit there if they can figure it out. But it also comes from Universal, and it's the Marvel characters. Like
I was
if
gonna
they
say the
can
same
figure
thing.
out-
If we could do an Avengers campus
Marvel.
type thing, that's the only
Mhm.
place it could go is Hollywood Studios.
yeah,
But
but
that's not in
yeah.
my head attached to Universal the way Simpsons
No,
is.
it's
Like,
not. Yes, correct.
Universal doesn't own that in my head.
But I think the only bad thing is that Universal has such a good Spider-Man ride
Mm-hmm.
that the Spider-Man ride in California Adventure is not good at all compared to that one. And then
Okay.
how do you
Still winning.
navigate? I mean, it's
Sounds like
fun, but it's not like I
never
love
been on it.
Universal because it wasn't open when you went. I don't think
Because I don't want to throw up.
the one in Universal.
Yeah.
No, it's great. Have you been on Transformers? Okay, it's the same ride.
Because it screens in 3D.
Yeah.
We went. That's the first
should
time
just-
when we were at HHN that I went through the queue of Transformers because I've never been on that ride.
You went through Simpsons queue.
No. Oh wait, no. Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. Fast and Furious.
So
Fast and
the
Furious.
biggest thing, like if you do Avengers for Hollywood Studios, you'd have to navigate the contract.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Doctor Strange attraction, or you have Guardians in Epcot. I think that kind of fits over there with how they've done it. I don't still agree with it. I think it should have been Hollywood Studios,
Mm-hmm.
but you
But
can't do that.
sometimes you separate Guardians from the rest of the characters.
Yeah, because it's not part
Like
of the
Thor,
main like
Captain America,
No, but they-
Hulk, Black Widow, and who am I leaving out? Hawk. Was it
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
But if
They're
you're-
Marvel characters to me, and the Guardians are like add-ons.
right? But they have to be. There's certain ways they're written in the contract.
it's
like
complicated.
The Fantastic Four can't be used because they're shown in the Cafe 4. You can't use the X-Men, or certain X-Men at least, because they're in the park. You can't use certain Avengers because they walk around. So that's why like Doctor Strange came over for some of the events. That's why Guardians is over there and Groot came. And if they could tiptoe and get some of the good Marvel people into Disney in that area,
could Black Panther be used?
I think he can.
Right. Like I feel like you could really
Wakanda
do
forever.
something.
I was thinking
yeah,
Wakanda on the lake would be pretty.
like there's stuff you could
Yeah.
do. Like I really like after going to Avengers Campus at Disneyland, I really wish we had something like that here because I
Mhm.
don't love like I like the Marvel version of the superheroes, like the movies, more than like the comic book.
As much as Travis loves Spider-Man right now, like the Spider-Man in Universal is not the best, but the one in DCA was amazing.
So great. Yeah.
So, and yeah, we couldn't get that here because there's a Spider-Man ride at Universal. But
Yeah.
if you, like, I agree. If you can get some of these really good characters that people know into these things, yeah, let's do it.
If you did
I
the
had
Iron
that.
Man ride.
I definitely had Marvel going into Star Tours. That was
Mm.
on my list.
Mm-hmm.
They could
That
do
could work.
something fun with that. I mean, they already have Mission Breakout at Disneyland. They have the Iron Man ride, which I know they couldn't do Iron Man, but they did that at Disneyland Paris. where I know Jason wants Muppets to be over there, but easily those two rides could be rethemed to a Marvel theme, and you could do stuff with that show building and do a Marvel show. And there's room to expand back there too, where they could add more stuff and really make it an Avengers campus there.
I think you take out Indiana Jones altogether as a theater
Yeah.
and make it an Avengers or
Yeah.
superhero stunt show, and it works even better because more kids know now the Avengers than they know.
And they
Indiana
could still stay in that stunt thing of like, this is how in the
Yeah.
movies the stunts are done for these these superheroes, and kind of show them
do
that.
that. I think they would show their cards with their characters. They'd have to do something like what Born Stuntacular does and still tell the story while showing off the stunts.
I know it's a great show. I mean, we just really need Avengers here, but I know it's
It's a hard sell. And I mean, like, if anything came from Universal, unfortunately, it's going to be Simpsons. And well, like I said, I don't agree with them going into the parks at Disney, but if they do, this is the only place I think they fit. I would rather see the Avengers there. So that's why I said Simpsons first, Avengers second, because
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen is we get Simpsons in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Terry, do you have another one?
It's a tiny one, but it kind of piggybacks on Micah's with the Mickey Mouse character land Toontown. I think they should go back to the big hat. I know, Jason,
No.
you don't like the big hat.
We're getting the Hat and Animation Courtyard. It's fine over there.
I don't like the Chinese theater there.
Well, you're un-American.
I know that's a pivotal part of like being in literal Hollywood, USA, but it doesn't fit to me in Hollywood studios.
It does.
Because I don't know, it just doesn't.
You walk down the old Hollywood when you come in. All those storefronts are based off of Hollywood retail spots.
Yeah, but there's like not a Hollywood sign in the distance like there is in the real Hollywood. So
that's because they're not
Chinese
making you
theater
build up
just
out of Hollywood. They're just making you remember stuff.
So I like the big, for lack of a better term, if there's not one in Animation Courtyard, we'll put that. Something Mickey adjacent, like something Disney adjacent. That's
There's a
like
hidden
it's a
Mickey.
pivotal.
There's a big hidden Mickey right there.
Something that's a pivotal, eye-catching. Like I know I'm affiliated with Disney World right now.
Like the big
castle for
Mickey and-
Magic Kingdom, Spaceship
Yeah.
Earth for Epcot. Yeah.
The tree for Animal Kingdom.
I know. Now we have
Chinese-
Tower of Terror, but still,
Tower,
it needs.
Tower's the
It's a
icon.
Yeah, but that's still not iconic enough.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it
I
needs
get
it's something that pops. And right now, the only thing I think of is the Mickey hat.
That
That-
sorcerer hat was
The sorcerer hat.
it was an eyesore in that location. Like if you said, okay, we're going to put the sorcerer hat after the security gates, I'd be fine with it. But if you put it at the end of Hollywood, no.
Didn't they just take down the arch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the arch is officially gone now. So yeah, don't bring the hat back. I'm firmly against that.
I'm trying to think what else is in my head that could be. a
It's hard
pivotal-
over there because I mean, my next one was it needs a name change because what
No.
about the park is Hollywood Studios? Like you
Yeah,
don't
just call
have
it Pixar.
it needs a name change, like in just the park itself, like a different brand because Hollywood Studios, okay, Toy Story, what does that mean? You know, you have the Chinese theater, but that's kind of it. And besides Sunset Boulevard, like there's not much else to it that's like, ooh, studios, because we don't have that ride anymore. You know, that got taken away from Mickey Mouse.
And to that point, you have the Magic Kingdom. It's not called Disney's America because you're walking down Main Street USA, which is
Right.
representative of that. I would be fine with it. Like Disney Studios is not taken anymore, and it's probably still trademarked. with
Yeah.
I
their-
know, but
Disney- 'cause
what
it
about the
doesn't encompass
studios though? Like I feel like the studios,
studios.
is what's just not
you're not-
making sense.
But I
But you
think
got to
that if you-
encompass Marvel, Pixar, like all their affiliates
Yeah,
that they own. I guess is how they're encompassing that into studios.
Yeah, you take away where a working studios like Universal is, and you're just like, hey, we are Pixar Studios, we are Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm.
But I just feel like the
Studios.
studios is confusing with Universal
Yeah,
down the road too, because people
agree
do
there.
get confused.
Disney Movies Park. That sounds terrible. Disney.
Disney
This is
movie Adventures.
yeah, that's too long. It needs almost like a kingdom name, like Animal Kingdom,
No, we don't.
Magic Kingdom.
I don't need another kingdom.
No, I mean
no
just
kingdoms. That's
something.
a terrible idea.
Because I was like, you have California Adventure. I mean, you could have Florida Adventure if you wanted to,
You
because they already
could.
feel
What's Florida
similar.
about it.
No,
Yeah.
It's
And
all
what's-
California stuff. Disney California Adventure OG.
Movie Land.
Or they just change California Adventure to something else when they start rebranding half of that to the studio stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's just It needs a different name because
It needs
the
a
name
whole
doesn't make
revamp,
sense.
a
Yeah.
rebranding, a new iconic feature, and a new name.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I like the Chinese theater. I like being able to walk in and see that at the end of the street. But if you wanted to change the icon, because I don't think Tower is a good icon. I think the Earful Tower was, because that was unique.
Yeah.
And I will say the Sorcerer Hat was a good icon, just in a horrible spot.
True.
Yeah.
Rachel,
I'm done.
anybody else have one? Because I don't have it.
I
We
just
just
said
need
to
Bluey
update.
somewhere.
Do
No,
what? Bluey?
Bluey somewhere.
She's supposed to go in the new Disney animation thing, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pushed them off to the side though. She's bigger than that.
I love her so much. I was just saying, just Star Wars itself to change the storyline a little bit where you can include all of the Star Wars universe and not just the newer movies.
I think they're doing that now, though. Since you have Ahsoka walking around, you have Mandalorian walk around, and Din Djarin and Boba Fett. Like, you're starting to see more of those characters. And Disneyland, Luke was in there. So
Right.
I think once the Star Cruiser failed, they don't have to keep that strict timeline now. They've
Yeah.
kind of opened it up some.
And along Terry's line of just another ride over there besides Star Tours. I feel like Star Tours can just go and you could do something else with that.
Star Tours is just so disjointed because you're going to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Star Tours, Monsters, and even before that, Star Tours Muppets, and then Galaxy's Edge. It's like, why are you keeping this?
Yeah.
You need to
It's like
get
it just
rid of
got placed in the wrong spot. Like it's just out of the way.
And it's valuable property at this point. So just get rid of it.
Yeah, because it never has a wait.
Yeah. Just walk on. Anytime you want air conditioning.
Yeah.
Nuggets. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We enjoy. I don't know where I'm saying with that.
We enjoy each other.
remaking Hollywood Studios. If anyone has a suggestion for a new name, leave it in the comments.
Whose idea for Echo Lake did you like the best?
Yes. And if you say Symptoms, you're banned. Simpsons, you're banned.
I said Simpsons, but I don't want Simpsons. Like that is
That was
100%.
Jason's idea.
Yeah.
Do we
don't
want
want the rest of us.
Coco? Do we want Toontown? Or do we want The Simpsons?
I think at the end of the day, they just put everything Pixar in there besides a Toontown and just say Pixar and Disney
Yeah.
Animation
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah.
Or the animation studios. Maybe that's what they just need to call it. Disney Animation.
That wouldn't be bad.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they might
animation.
steal it.
Marvel.
They do it.
Animation, because you have movies, though, like Star Wars, not animation. Marvel, not animation.
They do have animated movies. Both of them do.
CGI Studios.
Special effects.
I don't know. We're going down rabbit holes after rabbit holes. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a great time when we get together and do random stuff like this. If you have a topic y'all want us to talk about, you can get a hold of us with a review or go on to social media and find us. We're Castle Cauldrons anywhere. If you want any of us to help you plan your next Disney Universal vacation, we will be glad to get with you on that. Just go to magicaltravel.com. Any of our agents will help you with a no obligation quote. Until the next time, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.